Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the build of the week, and this week's build of the week is the rapid growth category. Now I took a break from build of the weeks, was focusing more on individual builds. I think I'm just going to alternate between them, might do things like unit combinations, might do a build of the week. It's just nice to change it up every now and then. But I think the rapid growth category has received quite a few buffs, and that makes it a very enticing category. Now it's one of the smaller categories on Dokkan. You only have two leads. You got the strength Kefla, you got the tech Caulifla and Kefla. Caulifla and Kale. And then you have the AGL Gohan and Krillin, who are a sub lead. So nothing too crazy. Now the category itself has a lot of interesting units. And a lot of recent EZAs. So if we kind of list off the major ones, you've got Strength Kefla, you have Int Gotenks, you have Strength Super Vegeta, you got Physical Transforming Vegeta, you got AGL Super Vegeta, you've got Int Hit, Strength Hit, and also you have Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks' Super EZA. So you got a lot going on, a lot of EZAs, a lot of buffs. Right now, Tech, Caulifla, and Kale don't really fit as the leader. With a team that's recently got so many EZAs and is packing quite a punch with all of them in the lineup, I don't think they're the lead you want to go with. If you've got them, it's not the end of the world. There are a couple sub-builds you can kind of do here. Pure Saiyans being one of them. Obviously, either Vegeta could lead that team. Mastered Evolution is also a viable strategy, but I wouldn't say is something I would actively pursue. For me, the best team would be a little bit of a hybrid kind of Gotenks Universe 6 team. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. You got some great EZAs. Strength Kale, Tech Caulifla. Beautiful, fantastic EZAs. Very strong units together in combination. You want to run them. You want them as a rotation. However, alongside them, you have really powerful stuff like Int Gotenks, super great EZA, super EZA for SS3 Gotenks, very big, not on global right now, but coming, and gonna be very big. So immediately I'd say those four units you want to shove on. Then of course you want to Strength Kefla as your lead, so that really only leaves like one slot. Now you could put any of the Vegetas in that slot. I think you could have Strength Super Vegeta, you could have AGL Kale, you could have the AGL Super Vegeta, you could have Physical Transforming Vegeta. Yeah, I think that last slot could even go to a hit character, Int Hit, Strength Hit. But, you know, I do think, like for me personally, that the Gotenkses and the Kefla and the Kale and the Caulifla all kind of take center stage for me. Not only are they great in combination, they're very powerful defensively. Now, they do take a little bit of time to get going. That is something I think is quite apparent. They all need kind of like one turn. So it is a team, I don't want to say that takes forever to get going, but probably needs that first turn. You know, Kefla needs to transform, Gotenks needs to transform. Look, Kale doesn't need to. Caulifla doesn't need to. But, you know, I think probably outside of that, most of the rotation needs a turn to kind of build up, and that's just kind of how the team is. Maybe Strength Super Vegeta then is a good pick because he can kind of be, you know, first turn kind of tank slash big time performer because he doesn't really need time to get going. So it is kind of one of those things. But yeah, rapid growth. Right now, Tech Piccolo also very big. Tech LR Piccolo, also a very good choice. There's a lot of great choices on this team, and a lot of them aren't very restrictive. Tech Piccolo is not going to break your team. The Gotenkses don't need anything else but themselves. Kefla doesn't need anything, only really Kale. So Kale has a slight limitation. She does prefer to have Universe 6 units, but still very possible. Especially if you run like a Strength Hit or Int Hit. All of a sudden you have like 5 or 6 Universe 6 units anyway, and she's not really struggling then. So yeah, for me personally, this build here, like I said, my priority units for the strongest rapid growth team right now is definitely double Strength Kefla lead, Int Gotenks, Tech Gotenks, Strength Kale, Tech Caulifla. That feels really good to me. I would float the Keflers maybe, I might even float one of the Gotenkses, but that team feels super good. Maybe Super Vegeta or Strength Hit kind of leading the last slot there. But yeah, this feels really solid to me, really, really good. Super happy with this team, really happy with the buffs. This team has been buffed hugely in the last couple of months, and it definitely feels super duper impactful. And it's a fun team, lots of transformations, lots of high damage, lots of evasion. It's kind of one of the, I don't want to say a lottery team because it's very consistent, but it's a kind of team that when it's on its top form, when you get the RNG in your favor, it can absolutely shred people. On the free-to-play side, there's not much to focus in on here. This AGL Goku is really, really good. And in terms of links, Universe 6 obviously quite prevalent, Fused Fighter, but otherwise prepared for battle.